Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. At all the way you move it, see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Table set, now tables turn. Guys playing, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop.
Good morning all. Hope we are well. Hope everyone is good. Let me see how all systems go. We look good. Is chat working? Hopefully chat is working. We'll see if someone types something. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. It is working. All systems are go. So perfecto, perfecto. Hope everyone is good. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's start with the analysis. You guys know the drill. Hope we're all well on Zoom. Hope we're all well on YouTube chat here. And let me have a look at what's going on here. And let's have a look here in basically the news, right? So today is going to be Tuesday here. Nothing really clean day, to be honest. Nice clean day here. No real major US news, which is surprising. No real major, news for us to be worried about in our session. So clean day, nothing we have to worry about in terms of news. Yellow folders I'm not too worried about. Maybe currency reserves, not going to really impact the JPY here. So I'm not too worried about that. But obviously, if you're trading Swiss franc, just keep an eye out on it. Otherwise, we're good. Now, looking at the charts here, go ahead and do the analysis here. Have you seen how many plans we have today? People are making progress. Nice to see everyone. Man, I saw it. It made a smile. And everyone is aligned. Did you see that? Everyone has the same similar ideas, but with small twists. Really good plans that we're seeing come into the group here. Was really good. And discussion, right? Small twists. Some people are more comfortable than others. This is good. Just joined and already making a solid plan. So that's nice to see. And yeah, this is great discussion in here. So I was happy to see that. Well done, guys. So now it's time for my plan. My plan, what am I going to do today? So let's start off on the daily time frame here as always. Daily time frame closed doji bearish here. So, I count this still as a bearish close. It's showing me kind of slow of momentum. You know, it's not like a deep bearish close. It's not like one of these closes we've had back here, back here, back here, that's saying, hey, watch what's going on. But this is a kind of candle saying, hey, momentum is kind of slowed down here. Just, you know, give it a second, right? But if we break the high, this would be a setup 3 on the daily time frame. So if this grabs liquidity from here and ends up flipping and break the high at 184, this would be a big move here. So we still have to consider that. But essentially, we're starting to form a range. Yesterday, we saw choppy price action. We didn't get the sells till later on in the session here. And then price was just generally choppy price action. A lot of fake outs, a lot of no continuation, a lot of spontaneous moves, then followed by fake outs, which is very typical of this time of year. And last week we were just blessed to get nice continuous volume, and that's, you know, we maximized those positions, basically took a trade every single day last week, and then now we want to preserve that. And then still yesterday took a trade anyways, and it's the only first day of the week, so still profiting and stuff like that. But you don't want to be in a position where you are giving back those profits trying to trade messy price action. So looking here on the daily, this is just showing us, okay, in terms of continuation, we need to break the high here, probably that high, to be honest. But, you know, it's showing us a loss of momentum. Obviously, momentum is giving a small breather, which is healthy. Now, if you guys remember in the webinar, all my guys in the exclusive, this 183 level, remember we were discussing about the 183 level. Who remembers that? You know, understand where we are right now on the charts, right? That is where we were looking for potential, right? If we were to slow down here, if we get below 183, that's where things become interesting. Especially guys on YouTube, if this daily candle closes below 183, you can see some heavy movement towards the downside here. If not, looking at the 4-hour time frame, we do have essentially a mixed session here. So we have 4-hour creating a bullish close here back inside the range, and we do have daily kind of doji bearish. So a little bit tough because where we're sitting, like we are sitting at the bottom of the range, but also rejecting the top of the range, if that makes sense. That's why it's tough, because both ways you look at it, you could be right. We're rejecting the top of the range, which you could be, you know, right for sells, and we're also rejecting the bottom of the range, which could make sense for buys during the session. So overall, we have to try, you know, analyze what's going on here and, you know, make the best case scenarios and you know, trade that accordingly. So for me, since we created a support here, there is an option for buys today. Buys can make sense. Now, if we bring back drawings here, we can draw this 4-hour support here, put this in like this, and just mark this as 4S, right? That's going to be our 4-hour support here. And yeah, this is from last year. So look how similar this is last year, guys. This is last year compared to this year. Very similar thing we saw. We bounced off the lows, right? So we bounced off the lows. I'll show you on the daily time frame here. Very, very similar from last year. What we did last year, exact same month. Bounced off the lows, had a bit of a daily consolidation at the top of the range before later breaking down, right? And then we got the move to continue the rest of the year growth here. But you know, even this type of cool off here, you can see cools off, tries to break the high, respects the high, and then it comes down. This is normal price action we can see. So this is a cool off accumulation before price wants to decide what it wants to do. So in that range is where you find inconsistency. Last year when I traded, I missed that move up. I came the second week, and I went this first week of trading was exactly in that chop and messed me up. So that's why it was tough, and now I've learned my lesson, and I'm, you know, obviously taking 4 trades so far is not bad, you know, and it's enough, and, you know, it's going to keep you profitable. So obviously it's already been, you know, gratefully very, very good. So looking here what we got going on, if we go back, bring back our drawings, recheck that 4-hour support. So 4-hour support is here. Current candles now, we had this random push came out from nowhere, just created a support and said, you know, thank you, I'm gonna give here a 35 pip push, and that was that. So 35 pip push. Now price is trying to create support above here. I would not try to sell back down into this range until I saw a change of structure. Reason being is that we have tested the 4-hour support twice. This is once, this is the second time. We closed back inside the range. If we look at 15-minute, we've retested it again twice here. We closed back inside the range. You trying to sell back here to get continuation could be tough. I need more confirmation to try that type of counter trend, because momentum in terms of what I see in front of me right now is showing me bullish pressure. So for me, I'll be happy to sell below 183 here. Below 183, you know, I feel like sells could make sense here. How much do I have to here? Yeah, about 9 pips, and then to break through to try get down into that. So I could do that, or, you know, sells below 182, 900 also makes sense. Now, with this 1 hour candle here, this 1 hour candle could flip here, and if this 1 hour candle closes in the range bearish, then it's starting to give me more confidence that if I see some sort of structure here, or maybe getting below something like 183, 240, I can look for sells in that case then. But selling right now off the rip on this bearish candle close could be a little bit tough, because we're fighting against a 4 hour support. 4 hour could just make a bottom wick now, reflip, and then buys would make sense. So where would buys make sense? Well, obviously, depending on price action, if this pulls back deeper and starts to leave the range again, you could buy up to these highs. But immediately in front of me right now, buys are making sense above this previous 4 hour support that we seem to just a little bit about rejected here. But I think buys above that make sense. I want to see if it's still relevant or not. Crossed through it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I don't think it's relevant. So I think I'm going to remove this and see what levels we have. Yeah, it looks like we rejected. I think the safest buys, we could even buy above these highs to get into here. I'd probably say above this. That's where I would look for my buys, above this, because this is that previous resistance. We rejected, retested, rejected. When we close below here is what gave the sells. So if we close back above, that is exactly what I would look for here. Yeah, that 5-minute time frame, but I feel if we close above strongly, we should be okay. In that instance, I wouldn't worry about, I would look to break through that zone, right? So if something closed above here, I'd look for price to break through. If not, then I'll look for above this 6.8 here, something like this, which will obviously be above all of these resistances, but that's a little bit high. You know, from there to there, you know, you're looking at a bit wide. So I don't mind trading. Look, if you take a buy from here to here, you know, you have 3, 4, 5 pips to break through. And you'd rely on the higher time frame, 30-minute and all of that stuff, right? Because we're basically breaking back into the 30-minute range here, you see? This is breaking back into the 30-minute range. That's why I quite like it. If not, then yeah, we would buy above probably, you know, 6.8, 500. 1 hour buying above is setup 5. Yeah, technically, yes, it would be. It would be also setup 5, right? So that would give you confidence. So yeah, we would see how this candle closes, but that's basically my analysis for GJ here. As you can see, sells is a little bit difficult. We're rejecting at the moment, so it's showing me bullish momentum towards the upside. For gold here, let's see what happens. So gold yesterday, absolute rip to the top of the range after melting at a random time here. This just got immediately bought up here. Immediately bought up and towards the upside. So let's go see what we got going on here. Daily time frame here on gold opened up here, bearish candle close, already tested the daily support here, but no bottom wick. At any time this candle can flip, retest somewhere in this wick, and then, you know, start to consolidate. Again, gold is just flagging out at the top of the range here, so higher time frame is not giving us a good clarity. It's just giving us closures. It's not giving us trend direction, right? So if we look at 4 hour here, we can see that 4 hours creating a support here, but we're still consolidating below this level here. So if we bring back drawings and we move this up here and move this to the 4 hour resistance, we can see how we're just consolidating at this 4 hour resistance here. So that tells me if we can get above that, that's where your buys are going to come, right? So if we can start to get above that 4 hour resistance, right, which is probably going to be somewhere above these areas here, 2036. 2036 is where buys start to make sense, or even earlier above 2035 to get to 2036, but that is just like a 17 pip range, so you might as well just wait, and then you have this whole big range here to play with. Now for sells to make sense, just clean up some of these lines. Probably if a resistance is formed here and the daily flips at this yellow line, that's what this yellow line is. So daily flips at this yellow line, then, you know, probably even there is hard. Even there is hard. You know, probably you would try to scalp this and try get below this level here. If you can get like a thunderstorm below 31 here, 480, if you can get a thunderstorm below 31 480, that's how you could look for sells to come to flip the daily, right? That's what would make sense, is to try get sells at least to about 29. So that gives you a range of, yeah, 20 pip range. Actually, no, less. Let's say we close below somewhere here. Yeah, 17 pip range. And if you get a 17 pip range here, you can try get to here, see what happens, and then get to the daily flip. That's what I would be looking for on gold, right? To flip that daily open. So I think that's where sells would make sense. So sells below 2031, you know, and then your buying is going to happen if 4 hours can especially start to leave 2035, 2036 is where that's going to work, right? As soon as price gets above that 4 hour resistance, especially a strong close, if London gives you a strong 4 hour close, New York will give you that continuation, and New York you'll be looking for buys back up to the top of the range. That's how that will work. So yeah, that's that. Sweet. So that's the analysis. So check out what's going on here. Interesting, interesting. 10 minutes for this candle to close, so we have to wait for the closure. Hopefully we do get a closure and this doesn't just rip through. If it does, then that is it. You know, we'll have to sit here on our hands and be patient, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, people not waiting for closures here messed up on this pullback, but this could be a nice option if we could get a closure here. Try get up to here. It's not the biggest ranges if I was to measure, to be honest. It's not the biggest ranges as you would expect. You'd expect a lot bigger ranges here, but they're not. So it looks like these are big moves. But from here to here is only 50 pips. If we check that 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks, last week even, like we were getting massive, we were getting 50 pip candles here, right? I mean, just this one candle here was 33 pips. These 3 candles from the bottom of the range all the way up to here is 34 pips. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to give a 34 pip move. Compared to last week, we were getting a 33 pip move in one candle. Right? Well, 34, the same. So that's the difference in volume here, right? Look at the size. Just this candle here, break of this high, that's like 19 pips here. Right? So even though they're big moves, they're not as big as we expected. But look at this here. No way I could enter this here. I don't see any other entry option. I really hoped that that pullback just now did a little bit more and make that bottom wick. Would have been ideal. Would have been ideal if it could just make that bottom wick. But yeah. So yeah, that's the analysis. Let's see what ends up happening here. I wonder if I could even enter on 5. No, even 5 didn't close above. Very interesting price action. This is dangerous territory. I did enter. My plan included a setup 5 previously created, but yeah, risky. We miss entry on 5. Where's the entry? Nothing closed above, nothing closed anywhere. I don't see anything, man. There's no setup 5 here. Where did you enter? Which one? Nothing closed. On this break of this 15? Yeah, but you're not telling me which time frame. What do you mean by setup 1, 2, and 3? They're the setups that I use to take trades. On 5 minute close. But where, Alex, man? Where? Just because a candle closed and you see it push doesn't mean it's a trade. Otherwise, why didn't you take this? Why didn't you take that? Why didn't you take this? But 411 is a resistance, bro. You're right at a resistance. All good, all good. Hey Harry, good to see you, brother. Just asking, I have my own strategy which has 2 entries. Should I have more? No, 2 entries is fine. One entry is fine, right? As your strategy develops, if you notice something happen often in the market, you can add that to your plan, right? This is what you took. Let's have a look. Oh, you entered on this 15-minute close. Oh, and then you held through this pullback. I think a little bit more of FOMO entry this. Very, very early. But it seems to be working out, which is good. I would just be a little bit more careful, you know, with the time. But you went 0.25 risk, so it's really nothing. You know? So it could be fine here. Seems like it will be the option though. So at least as long as you said it was a risky entry, so that's fine. As long as you identified that, that's fine. So it is a shot. I do agree it is a shot here. Stops back in the range is also fine. If it closed below 500, well, where are you going to trade to if it closed below 500? You don't have much of a range here. You have around 8 pips max. If you take it break of high, you have around 5 pips break of high. Thanks for the thoughts. All good, man. It's okay. It makes sense, but you already said it basically, since it was more of a risky option. It is a shot. It's just we don't take trades at that time normally. But there was volume here. Like if you're going to give yourself a shot, why not this shot here? So yeah. How you doing, brother? You have put the nerds on your spot. Your explanation is amazing. Just silly questions, I guess. It's okay. It's how people learn, man. Hope you're doing well. Evaluated my strategy on Sunday and there were mistakes, so I made changes. Does that count as changing strategy? No, it doesn't. That counts as amending your strategy, which is totally fine. Gold is dropping, not buying. Gold is dropping if it continues below this support. Gold is buying if something leaves above 36. At the moment, it's going sideways. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna buy GJ today, right? That's my goal. What am I gonna do to buy GJ here? If we take this trade based on the 1 hour close, 1 hour has clean range up to the top of the range here. So using higher time frames, you're very, very clean here, right? So higher time frames is clean. Even 30-minute is basically clean to get up to the top of the range. The only problem is 15. So if you're going to find a way in, I would like to see some like this, a thunderstorm happen here. The same way price did this, I want to see this happen here. Then I can put stop loss below that. Otherwise, if you just want to enter break of this high, you have to put stop loss here 28 pips, which is not worth it with all of the, you know, watch zones here at 5 pips, 13 pips here, you know, all of these rejections up here. So if we get that total resistance, I can put a tighter stop loss, make it worth it. And then, yeah, that should be good. Anyways, if you guys enjoying the analysis, 562 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Be sure to leave a like. Let's do the YouTube business. Only 86 likes. We can get the likes up to 250. If we could do that, would appreciate it if you enjoyed the analysis and to get entry. So hopefully we'll see what happens. And yeah, make sure to leave a like here. Get the likes up to at least 200. Five-minute closing bearish, would you consider? But where's stops, man? You need somewhere to put stops. You can use that, but stops have to go below the 15 minimum. You can't just run it below the 5, you know? It's too close. Because look, if you did the same thing here, that's where you would have got eaten up. You need this structure, right? That's why if you take this thing like Claudio did, stops are below structure, structure can protect you. If this structure wasn't here, his stops would have been hidden. Not hidden, that's not a word. His stops would have been hit, right? Because this is what protected the trade. But that structure gave the price something to react off. I don't know, this move is super fishy though. It's super fishy to come this early. I mean, I have the feeling we've been seeing early volume lately. Yesterday we didn't see early volume though. It's very sporadic, man. You can't say when there's volume. It's just when it comes, it comes. Harry, can't you check who liked and who didn't like? You should call people out. No, I can't check that. Proper setup 5 entry. Yeah, on this one here, but if you're looking at that, stops need to go below 30-minute minimum, which is also the 15. I'm gonna see if we can create some sort of structure here and I can get in above some sort of high here. Maybe try run stops somewhere inside the range. Thunder. That's yeah, I mean, I'd prefer a close above Thunder. So 3 minutes, if it can close above that, I would prefer that. Problem is you have to run stops, the full stops here. 25 pips. Your target is crap. I mean, it's 15 pips to get all the way up there. You know? Four hour no lower wick? Yeah, we don't have a bottom wick. What's a 0.3 RR and an 80% win rate? What do you mean? Hey, I just want to say thank you. Since I started watching you, my account has grown a bit more than 25%. Amazing work, man. Well done. What's your risk to reward? I aim for above 1-to-1, but whatever the market gives me, I'll take. No problem. I might run it with big TP based on hourly. Yeah, that makes sense. If you run it based on an hour time frame with stops below the 1 hour and TP based up here, it's a 1-to-1. So you get that. That makes sense. I can agree with that. I'm trying to look for a scalp here. I don't want to hold it. I don't want a big stop loss trade just to try get into these zones. Is it a 1 hour valid buy to the top of the range? Yeah, I feel so. I'm watching this 5 minute close here in a minute to see what this ends up doing here. See how this 5-minute closes? Possibly break of the high could be an option based on how it closes here. "15 seconds, need a stronger close here. Needed to close above that resistance. That's why waiting for the close here. See, 7 seconds if it will do anything. Right, we're still closing below. Probably gonna wait for something to close above here. Then at least I can use this 5-minute structure and I can probably run stops below the 4-hour support here. Probably can run stop something like this below the 4-hour support, and then I can TP somewhere up here to push through this mess. But we'll see. I also feel if we break through that high, we might get continuation here. Even if we break this 5-minute high, I feel we could get continuation here. Let's see. Buy stop break of the high if it flips. I'm thinking if it does break the high, half risk and then can add the rest on closure when you get the confirmation. This is the rejection we're seeing, right? So that's why we wanted the close above. So now if this candle can close above, we'll give you confirmation. Harry, someone with your name on Discord is asking to come meet and visit him as this is some sort of meetup with fans. Please do not. Anyone who DMs you first is not me. Don't be fooled by that, guys. Come on, have a bit of street smartness, you know. Yeah, it's just reacting. We haven't rejected just yet. If this 5-minute closes like this, you probably get a little bit of a retracement. That's why I think if we get above here, it should be okay. That's where you get your continuation. This is the previous daily resistance, right? That's why I put it as a watch zone. Euro USD analysis. Yeah, I'll have a quick look now, since we're waiting for GJ. That's a sexy candle developing. Daily bullish here for our. Oof. If you scan that, it will take you to a special destination. Yeah, it's in the range, so you can play the range. Your buys could have been this. Your buys, you can have buys here above 1.09, or if this 15-minute candle in 6 minutes can close above this, you can try trade 2 here and then get to the top of the range. But when it's ranging, yeah, that will probably be your best option. There was no other option on 5 or anything like that. I think that would be a good trade to try get to the top of the range. And then if we break the range with resistance below, that's where sells could start to make sense. But what do we have? Yeah, that's where sells would make sense here. So if we break the bottom of the range here, you could look to sell. Yeah, it's pretty clean on 30 as well. So yeah, that's how I would run it. Thunder on 15, this would be a long wick to be considered as a thunder. So the way you would take this is just to have like a 5 minute, as I said, same entry criteria, 5 minute close above this will give you the continuation. Remember, thunderstorm, setup 3, we want small wicks, right? Look at like these ones. Like this type of stuff, small wicks, something like that, you know. Do you have any entry? Yeah, I'm waiting for a setup here. Hopefully I can get into something. Remember the YouTube business. Good morning. Already long on GJ. Well done, well done. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. You know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. This is why we wait. Just join what entry you're looking at. Above like 537, if you look at 5 minute, there's a structure there. We wicked up to it, rejected. If we can close up above, would be good. Now that 15 is closing bearish, this could create a resistance for us to trade above later, which can be good. What's your opinion about Heikin-Ashi candles? I won't use them for entry because entry has to be precise and Heikin-Ashi is not precise because Heikin-Ashi is an average. But if you're holding a trade in profit, it could be less stress-free because it makes averages, right? So let's say you were in from down here, right? If we look at Heikin-Ashi, it gives you a lot more clarity here, right? So since we're down here, all of these pullbacks here could have made you scared. You could have been like, oh, I want to close on these pullbacks here, but then you get this extension since it's an average. So it could help you hold a trade, but you know, just be just some people like it, some people don't, but I won't use it to enter a trade. It's better for psychology, not entries. Yeah, that's a simple way to put it. Do you think we're going down to make a bottom wick on a 4 hour? It's still not out the question, right? That's always the way with 4 hour candles, is that it could always be an option here, right? We could always see a bottom wick, right? We don't have a bottom wick, so is it a possibility? Yes, sir, it is a possibility. Give me a sec, we'll be back. Going to the toilet. All right, yesterday, who listened to the plan yesterday, guys? Who listened to the plan and was able to take the sells yesterday below these lows here? We caught these sells. Remember, we were speaking on stream below that 260 level. We all took it in the exclusive group together. But were you guys on stream? You guys are, oh, there's no entries. There's no entries. I can't tell you when the entry will come. I can't tell you when the entry will come, but I can tell you where I'm looking for an entry. So this entry came probably about an hour and a half after stream, right? Hour and a half after stream, we got that close below. But what was nice, this wasn't the strongest close below, but what was nice here was that we had, first of all, really sexy stop loss, 9 pips, can't go wrong with that. We had a thunderstorm as well. That's what gave me the confidence with the small close below. and then gave you a nice little trade here, 14 pips. Very, very nice. So understand that. We discussed the plan, and if you guys listened, would have taken it. As soon as I went to bed, this happened? Yeah, it was late. That's my point. It happened late. This is nice, giving us some sort of wick to put stop loss below here. Have you taken a trade yet? No, still waiting. Shall see what happens. Valid set of 3 candle too big. It would be too big technically. You want it a bit smaller, but if we do break this high, that's where you're going to get the continuation. And I would base that trade more on like a 5-minute thought process, right? This would be more like a 5-minute thought process if we get something closing above 500, and then we can go towards the upside, you know? On EU is waiting to close above the zone. Never do you watch those zone closes? Yeah, but still, if it breaks the high, it could still end up working out because we've closed above the most recent. So you could use this as a watch zone. The only thing I don't like about buying GJ at the moment is how small the ranges are. Like, to get a really fat candle all the way up to here is only 18 pips. Crap ranges. Do you wait a lot of time before getting an entry? These days, in January, yeah, a lot of entries have been coming a little bit later. But sometimes, like, you can see all of the times we've taken entries compared, like, most entries coming, look here, like 11, 10:45, 11:25, 11:12, you know, between those times. These are just the volume times. You can't tell the market. I mean, come on, you can't be greedy and say, I want an entry right now because it fits my schedule. Like, you know, market doesn't give a crap about you. Doesn't care who you are, what time it is, what it will do what it wants to do. But we know as traders that we get volume during a certain time window. So if we show up during that time window, that is where most likely we'll be able to find a position, right? And be able to take that. Bro, you should stream in NY because you're a great trader and need some volume. No, that is untrue. If you're telling me that last week did not have volume, then you definitely missed out something, man. Look at London session last week, man. You kidding me? This is London session. 150 pip push London session. From Monday, 100 pip push. London session. So London has volume. Understand, guys, we've had a massive push here. Huge push. It's okay for price to be a little bit choppy. Like, come on. If you guys didn't take any trades last week, that's why you're crying. London has volume until Antonio gets back trading. Seems like it, seems like it. Don't know what he did, man. Don't know what he did. I have a sell limit. I don't really trade using sell limits. I rather see candle confirmation. Candle closing bearish at 2037 instead of having a sell limit there. Yeah, so instead of selling the top of the range, because this is the area I'd be looking for buying. So if this closed above here, I'm buying. But you would be selling. So if you're going to be wrong very quickly. But if you saw rejection from here, would make more sense, right? Give you that confirmation, something like this. Yeah, you miss out on sniper entering it, but you get way more confirmation. Which in the future, when you start risking more per trade, when you start having more risk on the line, you have to be able to have a strategy that you're comfortable putting that risk on. And I'm not comfortable putting that risk when I don't have confirmation. Holding on is key. Yesterday I broke my rules and got smashed. Yeah, that's normally the way, right? Break your rules, you get smashed. Harry, what's your take on crude oil and Brent? I'm biased bullish for a swing. No, let's have a quick look. I think if we hold this support here, I do think we can try get back up to these highs here. But if we lose this support, retesting here before trying higher makes sense. I do see an argument for long-term this due to supply. We are at macro lows here, so it might take some time, maybe 1 quarter before we start to reverse out of this. But it does make sense for us to start, you know, we could come back down here to around 68 before trying much higher here. And if we do create the support, yeah, long-term we could see some upside. You know, especially if we start creating supports around here. What is Mr. GJ doing? Ooh. Pulling back. Yep. This is why you don't jump into anything up here too early, because these pullbacks are gonna happen, and that's why I want to be more in a scalp trade. Again, if you're in on the 1 hour time frame, you know, you have to wait a while. Price can create structure, do what it wants to do, but that's why I prefer always to see structure first. Before my entry, I love to see structure first because it protects me from these pullbacks. And there you go. Right, that's what yeah, break of the high, yep. There you go. You took it? Did not enter because it didn't close above. Break of high would have been good. Yes. I gave you the green light, man. I gave you the green light. Try it out. Because look, understand, it's a lot more than just not closing above. We closed above most recent. Yeah, this is a watch zone, but we closed above this one as well. So if you keep trying to find too many zones, it's going to be hard. And especially after this, remember when I opened it? Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm just explaining it to you. Remember when I opened it, I said this is a sexy candle? The reason I said this is a sexy candle is look at nice little liquidity grab here. So that liquidity has to go somewhere, right? And if all confirmation from the bottom of the range, setup 5 and liquidity grab, it at least gives you a shot up to here to see what happens. you know. But damn, EU moves so small, right? Such a safe pair. That's like 3.9 pips. Only 8 pips stop. Yo, baby boy, if you're gonna come in here and, you know, just spam and talk about me yawning, then please, you know, probably not the best place for you. I'm in this. Nice. LIC's in, which one? EURUSD, I'm guessing? Oh, and this. What's this? D30. Good luck, good luck. I agree with the stop. Stop is super safe here. Should be good. Should be okay. Hi, what do you think about gold buys closure above the range? Oh yeah, we're getting close to the top of that range. Yeah, it could make sense here. Yeah, it would make sense if it did close above here. Stops would have to go below the 15. So 34 pip stops, but you do have like 40 pip target up to here. I still haven't seen gold moving nicely during London. Yesterday faked out a lot during London. Lots of fake outs during London. So I need to look. Take a look at DAX 5-minute pullback. Not sure if I should manage. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, if it breaks this low, you'll get the continuation here. It's just consolidating at these 5-minute lows. It might want to make some structure here. I'd kind of watch this point here, which was the previous range where this broke out of. As long as it respects that, you know, you could be fine. Your stops are all the way up here, so it could just take its time before volume comes in. Not sure what time volume normally comes in on DAX. It's normally London open, right? So if we notice here, look at how these breakouts have been working, right? Breaks out, pulls back, then gives you the continuation. Breaks out, pulls back, then gives continuation. So this could do the same thing. Wait for 5-minute structure on gold, safe on, yeah, if you wait for 5-minute structure on gold, we'll be super safe here. That would be a good idea. What's the craziest things you've done in trading? What do you mean by craziest thing I've done in trading? Nothing really too crazy, man. I keep my trading pretty boring. 100% risk? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like taking 100 lots. No, I haven't taken 100 lots. The craziest thing is to share his strategy with thousands of others. Yeah, I guess so. No, I haven't done anything crazy, man. Haven't done anything crazy. I'm pretty straightforward trader. Stick to my rules, stick to my plan, keep safe. Because when I started trading, I didn't start with like low risk. I immediately started with significant risk that meant something to me. So I didn't want to put myself in crap positions. You guys know how it feels. How it feels to take a loss. How it feels to, you know, lose money that means something to you. It doesn't feel good. So if I can avoid those situations, I'm going to do that. And me doing something crazy is probably not going to put me in the best position, right? Crazy things have happened in my trades, but I haven't done anything crazy, you know, myself. Is there a lot of Filipinos in Dubai? Yeah, it's a popular nationality here for sure. Like crazy things have happened in my trade. Like once I took a trade on gold, This was crazy, absolutely insane. And I literally bought, I took a setup 1, and literally when I bought, the next candle hovered and did nothing. It did nothing for like 2-3 seconds. It was just hovering, and then boom, 100 pips in 2 1-minute candles. Right? 100 pips in 2 1-minute candles, flash news. So that felt good, of course. Did gold reject the top of the range? Yeah, gold rejected top of the range, nothing closing above. GJ is still trying here. Do you know Fabio? No, I don't, Tony. I don't. Is it really hot in Dubai? I see you drink a lot of water. I just drink a lot of water. I'm speaking a lot on stream, of course, and mouth gets dry. And I drink a lot of water anyways because before I jump on stream, I've done cardio. I was sweating on cardio, so I need to, you know, load up on the water. And yes, I'm just someone who drinks, you know, good amount of water because I'm active and eat good amount of food. So you need to have the same amount of water with that. Gold is bearish bias. It's mixed. Previous daily bearish, 2 4-hour candles closing bullish. Closing my buys, I see rejection from DR. That's up to you, how you want to play this trade. You could always just move BE instead, right? If your buys are here, what's the worst thing that can happen? Instead of just closing out, right? Closing out early is a bad habit. You either take BE or you close at your plan, where it makes sense to close. But closing because you don't like the trade doesn't make sense. If you don't like something you see, put yourself in a safe position, right? Would you ever consider breaking your risk to reward trade? Yeah, of course, man. Always. Always, I don't mind negative risk to reward. I have taken many negative risk to reward trades before in the past because I see a good opportunity that I can maximize. There's no problems with that. Look at this 30-minute candle here, open, no bottom wick, and now breaking the high. Like, come on, GJ, man. Very, very, very interesting price action here. Absolutely nuts. If this candle can close above on gold now after rejecting and then closing back above, will be nice. I might try that. GJ, 1 hour has a bottom wick? Yes, it does. It does. 30-minute doesn't though. 15-minute doesn't. And if you're going to rely, you have to rely on a 5-minute here. So you see how the 5-minute closes? That's the earliest you can enter. And look how the 5 minutes just pushing. I trade based on closures. As I said, you know, this is the way I'm going to do it. And if markets are going to be like this, then that's how it is. That's how it is. Look, you guys don't understand that when I take my trades to win, which is very important. And I basically traded every single day except last Friday. So following that strategy doesn't mean you don't take trades. You do take trades. Even yesterday I took a trade. So it's just waiting for your opportunity here, for your setup. Winning is overrated. You're opposed to protecting? Yeah, if I'm in a trade, I will not close my trade early. I will go BE. Right? Just because I see rejections doesn't mean that the trade is wrong. It means it's rejecting off that zone. So if I don't like that it's rejecting, I'm going to put myself in a safe position. And to put myself in a safe position, I can just go BE because I lose nothing. But to close early makes a bad habit. Because then next time you see rejection, you close BE, it goes TP. I mean, you close early, it goes to TP. That's a bad habit. Five-minute top wick, I put a sell limit by accident instead of a buy of that. That is upsetting. Oh man. Tips on psychology. Psychology is individual, right? Psychology is individual, so you have to find what do you do outside of trading that's going to translate into trading. Outside of trading, are you someone who is a nervous person, overthinker? All of this will translate into trading. Do you think it's a good decision to put your entire net worth in Pepe? Oh, I don't know, man. What do you think? It could be a great decision if it plays out. It's a bad decision if it does. Does EURUSD at 545 have any effect? Yeah, yellow folders you don't have to worry about majority of the time. If you had to worry about yellow folders, you would never trade. There's always a yellow folder happening. Like, this is what's going to bring in small volume in the markets, but it's not enough to change too much, you know? All fun and games until Bank of Japan intervention in the middle of a trade. Yeah, that's facts. They can be nasty. What are funded accounts? People are telling you what they are in chat. They're basically an account. You have to pass a challenge. It gamifies trading. So it's like a game. You have to treat it like a game. So it's a game where if you are better than other people, you get paid. Right? So you have to pass a challenge. A challenge proves that to them that you can trade an account. And then they fund you. All right? So understand what I mean by fund you. They give you capital that you have a profit split with them if you generate profits. right? So it's a good opportunity. If you're a good trader, by all means, take a funded account, right? If you need access to capital. It's basically for people who need access to capital and are good traders. And that many people need access to capital but are bad traders. So it just wastes money for most people. Most people will waste money because they can't even trade profitably on a small live account. If you can't even trade profitably on a small live account, how are you going to trade profitable on a funded account? Funded is like a live account with rules. GJ on 5 minute can give us an ADS? What's an ADS? Adriana special? What's ADS? $15 minutes on gold. It's looking like it wants to do it. 3 minutes for the close. We'll see how gold closes in 3 minutes. Or thunderstorm. Yeah, look, we even have 5 minute structure here on gold. So if gold can close up here in 2 minutes, should be good. Should be good. I'd rather give an opportunity on gold than on GJ, because GJ's pushed. Gold looks like it wants to try break out the zone. We'll see, 2 minutes for both to close here. GJ can give a close above this resistance here or just push through. We'll see what happens. And gold as well. Let's see if gold can close above here. $15 pips. GJ push heavily. 15 pips. GJ is a joke today. Yeah, it has literally no volume. Like, look at the range here on gold. Like, just to get to there is 42 pips. You know? Much bigger ranges here. To get to this rejection wick here, 21 pips. Hopefully something does close above here. We'll see. Take gold trade, that's up to you, man. Depends on how much you're willing, if you're happy risking, you know. 40 seconds. Will we get a close above here? Not looking likely. Not looking likely on gold here. Right, no close on gold as well. So we need to probably wait another 15 minutes on gold. See if we can get a close above. I can't find a good accurate position size calculator for gold. Can anyone recommend me one? What you need, if you want, just use the one by, what is it called? Yeah, my FX book one, yeah. But you can measure here. 8, you just times this number by 10, divide this number by 10 to get the pips. Close your DAX trade. What happened? Went in profit. Closed above that zone. Yeah. No structure was made though. So this can still end up playing out, but you can, this is what DAX is doing at the moment, right? Remember, look, comes down, makes a low, pulls back, 250-minute candle, creates resistance. As long as it keeps respecting these highs, it's ending up going down here. So you're probably, based on that, safer to take a setup 2 on DAX at the moment instead of a breakout. Would be safer. You know? Or you just, I mean, it's okay to manage like that, you know? But that's what it's doing. It's breaking out, pulling back, right? See, same thing it did here. Same thing here. And then boom, pulls back, and then later on it goes. GJ is just being an asshole. Nice work, man. You took GJ on the 1 hour. GJ buy 527. Yeah, if you guys just took a breakout trade, congrats. Nothing for me, man. And I'm happy to sit out on this. Just not something I like. If you just took the break of the 1 hour, probably your best option here. Gold giving me any options? No. Harry, on the 1 hour, yeah, this is what some people wanted to take. The 1 hour was just a 1 hour setup 5. It would have looked something like this. You enter break of high here, stop below the 1 hour, 30 pips stop here, and now you're up around 18 pips. You need it to go, of course, to the top of the range for it to make sense, but with what it's doing right now, it's looking like it might just do it. Looking like it might just do it. If I took even just this trade, where will I? 24 pips? It's not that. See if gold wants to flip and close above here in 10 minutes. If I lose money in funded account, then I have to pay the loss? No. But you lose the account if you lose a certain amount of money. Mental loss. I saw 30-minute thunderstorm. Yeah, I was looking at that, but I had no bottom wick on that. Even my broker had no bottom wick, so there's nothing I could have done with that. It's very frustrating, this. Why didn't you buy GJ? There's nothing that followed my rules exactly. Very frustrating for me. I could have FOMO'd in a buy here, would have worked out today, but I'm not looking to FOMO into anything. You know? I could have FOMO'd this here, something like this, 25 pip stop to try get back to the top of the range. I could have been super aggressive and put stop like 18, 19 pips. Just underneath this structure to rely on price respecting this. And just try get to here like 10, 12 pips. My plan was to buy above this high here, but this 30-minute with no bottom wick put me off here. But this is a good move. It's very frustrating for me. And now I have to get the hate for everyone saying that I don't take trades. So this is the life of someone sharing their experiences. Where would my take profit be on gold? Probably up here, but I'll see based on volume and the push we get. Life of a Pi. That's a movie, Life of Pi, Indian movie. Undoing. That's called strong discipline. You FOMO once, you'll FOMO again, then one day you'll lose to FOMO. Yeah, that's facts, man. But people don't understand that right now. People don't understand that right now. But they'll see, right? My discipline has got me this far in trading. It's got me this results that you guys can see. I'm not in a rush to take trades, you know, because at the end of the day, I mean, I took a trade yesterday. It's not like I haven't taken a trade for days. And I took a trade every single day last week. So I have nothing to worry about. And I'm still hopeful on gold here. Hopefully some business can happen in 6 minutes. And we'll see. If I lose money in funded account, then you pay me the loss? Damn, man. Damn. If that's what you're thinking, then I advise you not to trade. Hey, I've been following you past weeks. Thank you for the free education. I'd like to ask, will you make a tutorial of how to use Pip Labs for a beginner? Yes, Pip Labs will have a huge upgrade coming, as I've been mentioning. And for you guys on stream, you guys only know this, but we have made a huge partnership. If you go check the Pip Labs website, you'll see that there is a waiting list here. Now, V2 is coming. V2 will not look like this. V2 will be a partnership with Tradingview. So we have partnered with Tradingview, which is huge, and you will be able, so if you guys can use Tradingview, you can use Pip Labs. So it will be super good. It's going to be industry changing. It's going to be great. I'm very, very excited for it. And yeah, make sure that you sign up to the wait list so that you can get the gift when we launch, and to, you know, if you're interested in purchasing it when we launch. Of course, there'll be a demo version to try, and yeah. Are we ignoring the previous bearish 4 hour? We don't have a previous bearish 4 hour. For me, it's bullish here. Probably use this as a watch zone. What broker are you using though? Pepperstone, man. Pepperstone is like the most inaccurate feed. So many gaps and stuff like that. You'll notice Pepperstone how messy their feed is. Like even on my broker IC markets, I have bullish candle close. Which one do I use for TradingView? For TradingView, I use Owanda for analysis only. But I always check my broker. I'm ditching Pepper. Pepperstone is from Australia. Yeah, I mean, if you use them to trade on, I've never used them, so I can't say it. But I just mean their TradingView charts has a lot of gaps, a lot of stuff, so it will look different from other people. Even if the 15-minute here closes in the range, we could even still enter break of high here because look at the 1 hour close. 1 hour is closing above everything. So this is similar to that trade we took on GJ last week. So it would just be a setup 3 here, break of this high. $28 pips, yeah, but it's gold. Gold is always bigger. But 1%, you just put 1%, whatever you want to put, whatever your choice is. Seems like there's a liquidity grab on gold for this 4 hour just below this. Yeah, could be nice, right? See here, 1 minute for the close. Hopefully we do some business here. I need the bathroom, but I don't want to miss my entry. Break of high, yeah, 1 hour still closed above, so I'm still happy to go break of high here. It still makes sense. And 15 minutes still creating a support here, so I feel like it would still make sense to go break of high. As long as we get a bottom wick, I still think, yeah, it's a little bit more aggressive. Probably only put 1% on this. But yeah, it should be fine. So I'm gonna go more of an aggressive entry here, break of this high here. We'll see what ends up happening. Alright, so got triggered here. Break of the high. Nice. Already pushed up, as I said. We'll use this as a watch zone up here. Max TP is going to be somewhere up here. I don't like we push straight off the bat here. It's not the nicest, but we'll see what ends up happening here. Alright, I need a toilet. We'll be back. We'll move break even once we re-break this high, right? So if that happens, once we re-break the high, I'll move break even. Give me a sec. Hopefully this is not a liquidity grab to continue down. Would not be nice, but we shall see. Not looking the best here. Is it now better to wait 5 minutes? Yes, but I wanted London volume to try catch some sort of momentum move here. As I said, gold maybe might not be ready yet, so you know that's why only 1% on this trade, but I still wanted to give it the shot here based on the 1 hour time frame. Hopefully we can respect these lows, continue up. Yeah, it looks like gold is not ready yet, eh? Gold is not ready yet. This is why I was being cautious with gold. As sometimes it takes its time before it's ready to trade in London. Sometimes gold breakouts are not ready, but we shall see. As long as we respect these lows, we should be okay. And we immediately was about what, 10 pips in profit here. I didn't have enough time to move break even. Could have actually moved break even here, 10 pips in profit, but didn't have enough time. As long as we respect this low down here, we should be okay. As long as we respect that low. Ugh. Let's see if I got tapped. Oh, they're about. SL taken. Another day in the office. Expenses for the trade. And yeah. First trade is what it is. And that's the end of my win streak. So I had a long win streak here. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 trade win streak. And that is that. So is what it is. 14 trade win streak comes to an end. And nothing I can do about that. Unfortunate. But it's part of the game. Gold is not ready yet. And that is that, right? As I said, I was skeptical about gold being ready yet, but gold was not ready yet, and you know, that's how it is. Being choppy here, still not ready for London session. That's why I was super cautious with gold last week, but after consolidating the 1 hour close, giving me a strong bullish close here, you know, that breakout trade could have got break even, right? I mean, I could have closed at 10 pips, right? You know how some people, we just close at 10 pips, but I was looking for more. I was looking for more. So that's that. One hour for journal. That was break of 1 hour high. Unlucky, unlucky. GJ rejected here. Yeah, I don't really see another entry here for GJ. Looks like 10 pips is the magic number for gold, right? Gold always gives you 10 pips on a push. So if you get 10 pips on a push on gold, you are good. That's something I noticed, but I just didn't have enough time, man. Literally triggered and then that's it. Stream win rate? Yes, thanks. That's the most important thing for you guys is stream win rate, right? Make sure to put your losses. Don't tell me that when I win, right? When I win a trade, you don't say, oh, put the win. But yeah, of course we adjust that. I think we're down to a 79 win rate or something now. 12 losses, 47 wins. Should be around 79 point something. Let me see. Win rate calculator. Yeah, 79.7. Man, I was on a nice little win streak here. 14 trade win streak. But that's okay. That, you know, that's nothing. It's gonna happen here, especially running tighter stop losses, part of the game. I will take it. What is this? Oil? Nice. What about this position? Oh, you had this 4-hour resistance? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's nice. Wait to get above 4-hour resistance. I like it. What's your biggest win streak? Not sure, actually. Can't you build your win rate into your journal? Yes, my win rate is built into my journal. It's up here. Damn, that one loss put my win rate down from 80% to 78. Look, if I remove this loss, look, this is why you shouldn't concentrate on win rate. One loss takes your win rate down by 2%. Right? Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Why is the minus not working? There we go. Garbage trade, yeah, it wasn't the best option here. Yeah, it wasn't the best option for sure. But it was an opportunity. Gave you a nice quick 10 pip push. You could manage at that 10 pip push, you know, and then get out. But it's part of the game, you know. This is how it is. You know, this is why I went low risk on gold, because I feel like gold still needs a bit of warming up in London here, you know. But trade made sense, right? 1 hour close above all these ranges here. We were trying to break through this resistance. If it's going to break through this resistance, it's going to happen at London. Set up 3 on the 30-minute here, breaking the highs here, and gave you 10 pips. If you're quick enough, you can close at 10 pips. I know a lot of people who trade 10 pips on gold and 9 pips, you know, it's a profitable strategy to, you know, just take 10 pips and close it. But for me, I was looking for a little bit more. So I'm happy to take an SL on this, knowing that long term, if I keep taking these positions and they hit TP, it'll make that back, you know. Damn, GJ is just being super frustrating for me today. And I have to take a loss on gold. Like, this is a bad day for me in the markets, but a normal, you know, something that might happen here. Especially when you haven't taken a loss for a long time. Last time I took a loss was basically 2 months ago. So I haven't taken a loss for 2 months. You know, when you take the first one and then you see this happen, it's like, ugh, that sucks. But it's something you have to get used to. The number one thing you don't do is revenge trade. That's how people lose a lot of money here is revenge trading. So whenever you feel those emotions, like, then you have to revenge trade. Took it on the 5-minute support. All right, good luck. Good luck, good luck. It's a nice little 5-minute option. I was still in that stupid gold trade. Can't we buy GJ closing above? Yeah, you can buy it, but you're buying at this resistance and at the top of the range. Like, you know, it's up to you. It would be a riskier trade. Just don't be upset if it pulls back, because you can't expect less, right? In my opinion, Harry, you got greedy and you on gold and you didn't stick to your plan. I don't think I did not stick to my plan. I took a breakout trade on gold and it failed, and that's as simple as that. Right? Took a breakout trade on gold and it failed. So it's not that I didn't stick to my plan. Plan was the 1 hour candle, if you listen back to the stream. But now, of course, everyone is going to teach me how to trade and tell me that I'm wrong and it was a bad trade. And I have to take all of that bullshit from everyone. But I'm doing this for me. I'm trading here. Whatever I do doesn't affect you, right? Unless you want it to affect you. But then it's not my problem. So understand that. Understand that that's a decision I made and I can't change that decision. Looking back at it, yeah, maybe I wait for a 5-minute close. But did this give me a chance to go into profits? Yes. I saw 9 pips of profit here. I can do something with 9 pips of profit. I can move break even. I can even close. Right? But for me, it wasn't worth it to close right there. And this ended up being a liquidity grab, telling me that gold is not ready. All last week, I was saying gold is not ready. I'm not ready for gold. I'm not ready for gold. So now I'm trying gold. It's okay for me to try gold. And if this trade ended up flying, all of you in chat would have said, why didn't you follow your plan and take a break of high? Please don't tell me you wouldn't have said that. Right? You guys would have said that as well. So there's always two sides to the story. Yeah, man. Oh, good. Yeah, of course, man. It's yeah, 100%, 100%. Exactly. Yeah. No, it's facts. It's how it is. I just want to explain to them, you know? WW put here, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think that's facts, right? Yeah, man. Exactly. I know, right? It's okay. Then they'll come back when we take, you know, when we take wins, then they're all gonna cheer with me. But if there's a loss, I mean, at the end of the day, it's part of trading. When's the last time we've taken a loss, guys? Like, think about it. Yeah, it's good. You know? Yeah, 100%. What? I can't hear you now. Yesterday you sound like in the toilet. Now you sound like you're in a tunnel. This one, I really can't hear you, man. Don't worry, bro. You changed all of these people's lives and they got the cheek to chat. Yeah, I'm used to it, man. I've taken many losses on stream before and I've taken many wins. But I'm trying to explain to people. Because I like for people to understand. Many people will take a loss and complain. I want people to get used to seeing people take a loss because it's how trading works. You can't win all of the time. Right? Like, look, you can see all I've taken losses. Here's a loss. 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 Who remembers this, guys? 4 pips. Who remembers that day? Right? Losses will happen. Last loss was on here, the 15th of November. That was the last loss on stream, 15th of November. And now it's the 9th of January. So almost 2 months. Right? It's okay it's okay to take a loss after 2 months. I'll tell you that much. I'm okay taking a loss in 2 months. Don Vo wins all the time. Then that's good for him, man. I'm sure that if I can, well, depends on what size is his wins, you know. I'm sure Don Vo, his strategy includes probably 9-10 pips. He can take profit there. So this probably would have been a win for him, right? But my strategy doesn't include that. So if I took 9-10 pips here, I could have closed. And that's that. So it depends on how you trade, right? How you want to trade. What is your plan in your trade? If he's winning, that's good, man. Props up to him. Hope many more wins ahead. You should be congratulating. We just have different strategies. I have a slightly smaller, tighter stop losses, so y'all see more losses. Some of the best traders in the world have win rates above 50%. Yeah, you either have high win rate and more wins, and then your losses might be bigger than your wins, or you have a lower win rate and bigger wins. One loss following my plan, off for the day. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers, man. Good decision. What helps you learn trading? I would say if you want a good resource, go check out my free course. I made a free course that should help you. It's okay, it wasn't your day. Go out, enjoy the fruits of success that you've already built. Yeah, of course, man. It's just how it is. Like, people also don't understand that I also took that loss, right? You know, I'm down today, so we're all in together. You know, there's the difference between me and all of you guys is that I have to take backlash from it now, which really I don't have to do. And if you do that to multiple streamers, like at least me, I'm strong enough and I trust my strategy enough and I have nothing to lose. Why do I have nothing to lose? Because I'm trading for me. If all goes to shit, it doesn't matter. That's my fault, right? I'm just doing this for me. Don't have to impress anyone. I don't have to show anything to anyone. And that's that. So for me, there's nothing to lose. But maybe for other streamers, maybe they give valuable information. Maybe they're trying to help you. But you bash on them. At some point, they're just going to quit streaming. They're going to quit putting out good content. We don't know how good they are, how bad they are. You'll see a lot of streamers these days, they don't put win rates, they don't have a journal because it's very hard. So we'll take this as a lesson. We'll say, okay, today we were hit by the market, no problem. I'll come back stronger tomorrow. And I'll continue following my plan. If it fails again tomorrow, well, that's it. Bad week, I guess. I'm still up for the year. 4 wins. I'll take 4 wins. Up 5% this year. No problem. Now I'm up 4%. Okay. Still up. So understand the full picture. Are you expecting the pullback for 4-hour bottom wick? It's pretty far away now. Once there's like a limit of like no return. Once that candle starts pushing and creating supports, right at the end of the day, you don't have to expect that bottom wick. It's like an hour and a half. It would be more unlikely, I would say, for this candle now to flip and make a bottom wick than to just hold out above 500 and stay there, you know? Bro, ignore the haters? Yeah, I'm ignoring them. Just trying to make people understand that you can't live in a dream where every day is a winning day. It's just not reality. Like, you want to see the reality of trading? Losses is a reality of trading. I bet most of you guys took a loss yesterday. I can guarantee it. So just because I lost after 14 trades doesn't mean that I have to now take your guys upset. People would hate at a 1% loss even if you're up 30% in the day. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, some people enjoy seeing you lose, right? It's like makes their day. It's exactly why they show up. But the number one thing, have you noticed what I've done after that loss? Just sat here and discussed it. How many people after a loss are like, okay, what's the next position? I have to make this back. Let me go check this pair. Right, let me see if this pair has a trade open. So that's how it is, you know. Many here, love you, man. No stress, show some love. Yeah, man, it's all good. Just my January expenses. Haven't paid the market this year, and that's my payment to the market. So now that I've paid the market, it has to pay me more. It's already paid me, so it gave me a post-dated check. So it's all good. No, to be honest, it scares me to see you lose. It scares me because you may be affected and emotional in decisions. If I was emotional in decisions, then I would have jumped straight back into a trade after that. I'm at this point, man, I know my strategy at this point. You know, to take backlash from YouTube, right? That's just something, you know, just something I want to try make people understand. Because if you ignore them, they're always going to be there. If you make people understand, even if you change one thing, it could help, right? Forget and move on. I just closed an NJ trade at a loss. Losses will happen. What's your technique after taking it? How do you learn from it? Gold is just not ready for a breakout. I've taken many breakouts on gold before, and it's just not ready. Right? So I always look back. Did it follow my plan? Yes. Did I do what I set out to do? Yes. Was I more aggressive? Yes. Did I say I would be more aggressive? Yes. Nothing I can do. You know, sometimes gold loves to push through levels without giving you a close above or below. You know, just gives a big push. Something like this, right? Look at this here. How gold just pushed through, no close above. After we've been consolidating, gold loves to consolidate, push above. Consolidate. I was expecting that push, especially with the 1 hour candle closing bullish. That was nice. I don't even know where we tapped though. I wonder where we tapped. Yeah, we didn't even come to my break-even spot. Didn't even just pass that. 15 minute. 5 minute, was there anything? No, even 5 minute was a full victory lane. Right? And people will tell you who notice what, you know, victory lane price sometimes doesn't like to close above, it just pushes straight through. Gold sell, yeah, it could still make sense, but I'm not touching it. Are you skipping NY? No, I won't. 2 trades a day, that's my rules, you know. GJ making structure to come back down. Yeah, it's created a resistance now. So if it does create setup 2, you know, you could see it try to continue toward the upside now for one more shot. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head off now. There's nothing for me, and that's basically it for me. So rough session, but part of the game. It will happen, and I just have to move on here. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. Only thing I have to do is now make sure that I'm focused for my next trade, right? And that's what I'm gonna make sure I'm doing, to be focused for my next trade. And then once I see another trade opportunity, I'm gonna do it. So thank you all for showing up, and thank you all for showing love as always. And more wins ahead as always. That's how it always is. Eventually it plays itself out, so you guys know how it works. And yeah, hope you found something interesting. Hope you learned something. Even though we had to pay lobsters today, it will happen. So that being said, guys, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.